Sound of Freedom starring Jim Caviezel is out, and I'm feeling a bit conflicted about all of the politics and marketing around the film when it's the actual story within the film that matters. Raising awareness is wonderful, but not at the expense of people or the very children that this film is helping. This is as much a personal experience video as a movie review, and if that makes you uncomfortable, it's okay to click away. As a survivor of assault, both as a child and as a teen, I'm keenly sensitive to the stories that touch on this topic. I wasn't sure if I wanted to see this film, but I felt like I needed to see it. When I saw Jeremy Johns posted a review, I watched that first to kind of dip my toe into the topic. He did a great job with the review and stuck to the ins and outs of the film. In fact, I recommend that review as a follow-up to this one. I'll link to him in the notes below. I was relieved that the film did a good job of sparing the on-camera visuals of children being abused, but you still get a really good sense of what is happening by the looks on the actors' faces. I think that's actually where the power of the story resides, in those off-camera moments that inspire the reflection of pain in the faces of the people inflicting the pain, helplessly watching the pain, and experiencing the pain. This is the true story of Tim Ballard, who worked for the government tracking down and arresting pedophiles, only to realize that taking down these guys isn't the same as actually saving the children. Watching that kind of stuff changes you and maybe even breaks you a little bit. This is his story of how he saved hundreds of children in the pursuit of saving Rosia, the sister of Miguel, the first boy he actively saved. I really like Jim Caviezel as an actor, and he did a great job in this film. He brought care and emotion to the screen, and he understands how to make action scenes exciting. As much as the marketing of the film tries to make the film about the children, the script still follows the path of Tim Ballard, casting him as the action hero in the film. He's been pushed to the breaking point by the work he's done, and he needs to make a bigger difference to repair those bits of him that are breaking inside. So he makes a decision to sacrifice everything and do something to help these kids. Caviezel does a great job with this role, feels honest and real. I believe he really cares about his work and the message of the film, and making a positive impact on the lives of these children. I think it's also important to note that not every abused child is part of a sex trafficking ring, and not every child has someone to rescue them. Some of us have to rescue ourselves. And you do that through the sheer act of just living through the experience. And you just find ways to stay alive after. I feel like this message is getting lost in the political backbiting that surrounds this film. And in turn, it really is turning this film into a political piece, and that isn't going to help these kids. All of the media snark and hype destroys the underlying message of the film, that children are out there, they're being abducted, and they're being sold into slavery. That has to stop. Sexual abuse of children has to stop. The bickering, sorry, the bickering about politics around child abuse and sex trafficking, it just has to stop. The only people who win from all of this bickering and snark are the pedophiles, because it keeps the rest of us from banding together to actually solve the problem. This isn't a political issue. This is a human issue. And nobody should be using rape and abuse of any kind to further their political beliefs. Still, this film does a really good job of raising awareness of child abduction and child sex trafficking. It does a phenomenal job of raising money through donations and ticket sales to get more people to watch the film. And I think that is a good thing because the message is very strong here. However, Angel Studios is a for-profit studio, and all of the money being raised goes to Angel Studios. What I never quite understood and I couldn't figure out from the film, and since this is a true story and such an important topic, I think this point should be addressed somewhere by Angel Studios, is how are they turning awareness into action to help these children? Yes, they're raising money, but is raising money the same as action? I'm not sure it is, and I don't understand what that next step is. So what are the steps that Angel Studios and the filmmakers are taking to actually help these kids? In other words, where is that money going as that second step? I would have also liked to have Jim Caviezel's message not just seek to raise awareness about the problem and to raise money for the studio. The way it works is all of the donations received go to Angel Studios, and that money then goes to producing other shows. And they make all of their content free to viewers, which I think is really terrific. But I'm not sure how that really counts as raising awareness or helping the types of victims who are portrayed in this particular film. I would have liked that message to also include a list of resources that victims can turn to, organizations that people with information can contact, and funds that are set up to help rehabilitate rescued children, because removing them from the hands of their abusers is only part of the work that needs to get done. I think it also would be great if Angel Studios were to put this information on their website as well. So on the page where the film information is, have the link for giving to the studio and to get that content out to people for free, but also have links for resources for people to go to, because I think people are going to see this film and it's going to speak to them and they're going to want to help, and a lot of them are going to need somewhere to go for help. And I think those resources need to be listed with this film specifically, because that's how you raise awareness and that's how you start making action really impact people's lives. The other thing that just kind of sits awkwardly with me is really, where is all of this money going? Angel Studios is raising gobs of money from donations and ticket sales. You don't beat out Indiana Jones and not rake in vast amounts of profit. I might have missed them, but I don't see any statements from Angel Studios about where the money is going. Is it possible that they haven't got that far in the process yet? I don't know. Probably. I'm hoping so. They may not have expected it to do this well in the theaters or to raise this much money. So I hope that they do come out with a plan soon and then push that plan out through social media for people to see, so they can know where the profit is going, where their money is going, and how it's being spent. And as a final point, in Caviezel's closing message, he mentions that this isn't his story or Tim Ballard's story. This is Miguel's and Rosia's story. And I think he's right. Tim Ballard might be the main character in the movie, but it's the children's story of abduction and abuse and rescue. And with all the money being made on this film, I hope that Angel Studios is also sending them a good portion of those profits, because this movie It wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be possible if not for their lived experiences. And their lived experiences are exactly what's generating these profits. I hope you do go see the movie because it is a powerful story and you can see it for free. You just need to go to Angel Studios and they'll connect you. Again, it is a powerful story and it's important to look into the shadows of our society and to shine light into those dark places. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. I really appreciate it.